Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday. And today I'd like to encourage all of us to believe God. The disciples in the last few days before Christ's death were really under a cloud. The Lord was warning them that they were facing some great challenges, that He was going to leave them, and they didn't understand it all, but they knew that the pressure was coming upon Christ, and all of their dreams were potentially going to get smashed. And as the Lord walked from the little town of Bethany over the Mount of Olives to go into Jerusalem, He stops at a fig tree, and because it looked like it had figs because it had the leaves, if you have leaves, you should have figs, and there were no figs, He curses it. It's the only time He actually curses a living thing. He curses a couple of cities, but a living thing, and it eventually dies. Well, He curses it then. They go into the city, and there He has the confrontation in the temple with the leadership, and He overturns the money changers' tables and talks about the fact they had corrupted the temple. The whole point was He was going against man's religion and establishing the need for genuine Old Testament faith. Well, He comes back, and they see that this fig tree that He cursed was dead, just in a matter of hours. Well, it was obviously of God, and they were shocked by that. And we find in Mark chapter 11, He says in verse 22, have faith in God. What He's trying to do is encourage His disciples to realize that they were, yes, in a very precarious point, but it was all in the will of God, and that they would have the power to overcome the very forces that seemed to be in control at that time. And He then says, and gives that tremendous encouragement that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. And what He's saying is this: the thing that seems to be so powerful can be removed. And as they looked over Jerusalem, in just a matter of weeks, Peter was going to preach in the temple, and thousands were going to be saved. This very place that in just a few days would say crucify Him was going to be the place of the first great set of converts. And then the church would become more and more powerful. In 70 AD, Jerusalem would be destroyed, and on the work of God would go. The mountain can be removed if we will believe. And so, friends, we have got to not allow the circumstances of our day, the darkness of Satan's humanistic philosophies, and all of the tendencies that we're seeing that can be so easily discouraging to us, and all of the materialism and sin around us. It seems like a mountain that cannot be moved. But here we have very clearly given to us the fact that have faith in God. If you believe that God can work, if you're willing to be part of that work, if you're willing not to allow yourself to be discouraged and overwhelmed and come into disbelief, but instead, if you're willing to be excited about what God is going to do and take the time to pray, you will see God do great things. And so, my friends, I want to encourage you today, be part of a mountain-moving group. Through your prayers and through your witness, we can see great light in a dark day. May God make us mountain movers.